Hello, people. Another week, another Centre Circle podcast. Let's go this weekend, but still some big games, some big talking points as always. Premier League is the gift that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 30. I'm John.
T.
Isak.
I like Keith.
What, no kit today, Keith? What on?
Once a month.
Oh, yeah,
I
sorry.
blessed you last week.
Yeah, all right. Bless, I don't know about that, but yeah. All right. So let's start at the top. Arsenal, Man City.
I'll leave that up to you, boys.
The game, well, you watched the game as well.
Yeah.
You're neutral. You're not a neutral. You're a neutral. Like, you know, and I guess we know the story. Over the years, Arsenal, Man City, over the last few years, in Arteta's time anyway, ex-City coach, you know, sort of the North Star that everyone's trying to get to. We play similar football, but we've never dealt with them in a way that they dealt with us. So everyone felt like actually with Rodri out, few factors, we were missing Saka, etc. But people still thought this is our best chance of beating City. And yeah, we got the 3 points, but it wasn't an easy game. It wasn't. No one got played off the park. It wasn't any of that. Couple of points, bit of help from the ref, you know, kept all the players on the pitch. But all in all, I think it's a good win.
Are you happy with it? Was you happy with that win?
Yeah, of course.
Happy? Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We beat the champions.
Hold on.
He's back.
Hold on. Wait. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I need to hear this.
What?
My question is,
Mm-hmm.
because you said, we missed Saka.
Yeah.
You said City missed Rodri.
Yeah.
KPB.
They've not had KPB all season.
Wait.
Stones.
Hold on. Rodri.
Stones.
KPB. KDB, sorry. KPB.
I was going to say, because Kevin Chris Boateng's retired, isn't it?
No, but I want to touch on that briefly because that interview was
Yes.
stellar.
Yeah.
I like it. That's really one of the best interviews I've seen from a footballer in a very long while. But they were missing Rodri, KDB, Stones. Who else? Grealish. Right? Four key players for them.
Okay.
I would say that they were very far from their
Are you
best.
going to mention our players that were?
Saka.
Martinelli.
Saka.
Martinelli came on just like our Stones came on. So
Wait.
you involved
Saka.
Stones. Saka.
Why are you
Martinelli.
nibbling? So Martinelli's not a key player?
According to some of you, man.
Partey.
Which man? The man in this room? All right then. So,
All right.
Three starters.
Okay, so my point is this.
I don't know what he's
My point
doing.
is this. City were, let's just say, 60%. Arsenal, I
We
would
were
say,
100%.
were 90%.
Nah.
Whatever, man. We started Nketiah. and
He's your
Trossard.
guy. He's your number.
No, we started Nketiah and Trossard.
And the other counter to that is all these injuries you mentioned hasn't stopped them having a 100% record basically till now. They've slapped most people they've come against. So,
But as
saying
but
they're
you're
missing
Arsenal.
KDB.
But you're Arsenal.
No. But you look, we played Nketiah, Trossard, and Jorginho. That is not a full strength Arsenal team.
He said
Can't tell me
90%.
that is.
What's
That
free
is
from 11?
closer to full strength than City,
That's
right?
not 90%.
I
If
think
we
you're
got
closer to
Martinelli,
full strength than
Saka,
Arsenal.
and Partey, that's the full strength.
But you're doing that just on the number of players, not on the actual quality of the players. The drop-off is different. The drop-off from Partey to Jorginho, Kovacic started that game. Yeah? It's a different thing. So, are you ready to be serious now? Or are you still want to do this?
I'm being dead serious. Because
Go back if you want.
I'll let the listeners.
Wait.
I'll let the listeners disseminate your level of serious.
Wait,
But yeah,
no, the only reason I'm being dead serious because the only reason I asked that is because
that's like me listing Timber as a missing player as well. Then
Listen.
that's exactly.
Yeah.
But
listen,
KDB's been injured as long as Timber's been injured. So why are you listening?
Is Timber part of your strongest squad?
Yes,
Yes.
he's a starter.
You really think so?
Yes.
Based on what?
The fact
I
that he
think-
started the first.
I think
The fact that he started, that doesn't make, that just means that was the first team that they started.
He
Doesn't
would
mean
be,
it was the strongest
he would be
squad.
ahead of Zinchenko.
Timber was.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's a better defender.
Waste, man.
Would have been certain.
But okay, all right. I just thought you lot were holding your team in higher regard. That's all.
Right, listen.
Back.
We done our thing, innit? It was alright.
Yeah,
definitely.
no, to be fair, like I'm not backing up what Isaac's saying because he went a bit too far. But it was the best time for you guys, the best time for you to
100%.
play Man City.
Agreed.
For anyone really, like play Man City when they're not 100%, anyone will take it. And the fact that you got the win, like fair play. It doesn't matter who's on the pitch. If you get the 3 points, you get the 3 points.
Yeah, of course. You
That's
beat
it,
who's
at the end
beat
of
who's
the
in
No,
front.
yeah, of course not. Yeah, of course not. But I guess the whole Rodri thing, the Stones and the KDB, they're long-term injuries. They've formed around that. They have enough players to cover around that. I'm not having that on the sheet for this game because it hasn't mattered for the weeks before.
Fair.
I do think the Rodri thing,
Big miss.
I just find I do struggle sometimes to pin things like that on one player. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's so much happens in the game. Do you know what I mean? Chances, etc. And even the goal that we scored, did it come from a pass or an area or phase of play where Rodri would normally break up? Probably not. But then you can't dismiss the effect that certain players have on their teammates, the way the shape of the team is, how they perform, etc. So I don't know. Maybe this goes back to why Pep was so angry when he got sent off.
Just to highlight that point, I can't remember which pundit it was that analysed this on Match of the Day. But he basically said, having Kovacic in there as opposed to Rodri, there's a big difference, right? You look at Rodri, who's your typical receive the ball, win the ball, pass it, move it, right? They don't hold on to it. Your typical anchor man. Whereas you look at Kovacic, who's a dribbler. He's a ball carrier, right? So he's going to win the ball. He's going to try and carry the ball forward. He's going to try and progress it forward himself rather than pass it on to someone who can do that. And as a result of doing that, you're finding that when he loses the ball, because he's now removed himself from the position of the DM, he's now left a big hole. So I understand what you're saying. Sometimes it's hard to kind of just say, well, if one player is missing, it's a big difference. But you could really see not having Rodri, how Arsenal benefited or how they played, they took advantage of that. And that's on Arteta. The one thing I will say, it was like a chess game almost, he really had you well drilled. It was a good watch.
Do you think that choice of Silva and Lewis, it looked like from the outside, okay, Bernardo Silva control the ball, he doesn't waste the ball generally, good in possession, Lewis energy, get around. Do you think that actually that didn't pay off? And he could have gone with a Nunes in there?
No, Calvin Phillips was sitting right there on the bench.
Yeah, I meant affecting the game. So, he's not trusted Calvin Phillips in any important game since he's been there. So he wasn't going to do it this weekend, unfortunately. He's not Gareth Southgate, right?
Trusting him in any game.
Yeah. He's not Gareth Southgate. It's not indefensible. It's not no matter what. So do you think there's something in that, or it was just?
So for me, I didn't think it was a particularly good game overall, just in terms of quality from both teams.
Really?
Wait, but when you say quality, do you mean in terms of entertainment quality? Because from a football perspective, tactic,
Definitely
defensive,
it was
it
a
was high
chess
quality.
game.
Yeah.
It was high quality in that respect.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Or
compare,
entertainment value.
in terms of the fixtures between the two teams over the last kind of couple seasons. It might sound a bit weird, but I think Pep set up his team not particularly to go out and win, rather not to lose. It's rare that you see a Pep team kind of quite laborious and trying to nullify what the opposition are going to do rather than him going out and putting his stamp on things. And I think that could be with the personnel that you put out.
I didn't get that vibe, I'll be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I did, because they didn't create much. I don't know.
Is that them or is that Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
Well, back to your point, you said Pep, but I reckon Pep has told them in his normal stuff to go out and play quick and do
I
stuff.
don't think
I just think they're not
no,
doing what they're supposed to do.
ever sets up his team and says, we're just going to chill out.
I think he's just done something different and it didn't pay off. Personally, I might be wrong. I'm just seeing it from my
I just
perspective.
think they didn't execute what they were supposed to execute
I think,
at the pace,
I
at the
think
accuracy.
the loss of Rodri and not having a proper DM was a big tell, right? And I think Arsenal were coached well and they executed well. And I know a lot of people at times, there was the view that Odegaard was missing, but I think as a whole, Arsenal they just outplayed City from start to finish. You saw that they done well to deal with Haaland.
Yeah.
On top of
Saliba
that, there was no service to him. They didn't have Grealish, who could lull. Who's playing right back for Arsenal?
Ben White.
Ben White. They had no Grealish to deal with Ben White. And like I said, Kovacic kept losing the ball in the middle. And then the whole almost getting sent off when he should have been sent off.
He should have
be
been
real.
sent off.
Yeah, we'll come on to that.
So yeah, I think that's why I say it was like a high level chess game. I don't feel. I hear your point, but I personally don't feel City was set up like that. I just think Arteta and Arsenal were just a better team.
Because you look at the personnel to you, both your points. Bernardo starts, Foden starts, Alvarez starts. Again, to your point, there's none of that direct sort of wide incision. There's no, there's no Grealish, there's no Doku. Do you know what I mean? Neither of those start the game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Mahrez has gone. So then you now got quite a lot of people who like to play quite intricate. It's about the interplay. It's about rather than someone when he gets the ball, left back or right back knows it's on. Under pressure. I'll put him on the back foot immediately.
I think in a situation like that, you need more from Haaland. Right? If we don't have the creativity out wide, if we're not going to play get it out wide and put it in the box, you need more from your target man. He needs to get involved more. It just looked to me like Haaland was just waiting to the ball to be put on a platter, like it usually is, right? You got Kevin De Bruyne who's usually putting the ball on a sixpence, and Haaland's just getting on the end of it. Or again, Grealish doing what he does. Boom, here you go, Haaland. Have a whack at it.
I think the thing with Haaland as well, his movement is very good. So
it's not.
I think his movement is good. He gets into the places. He's always moving. He defenders all the time. He's always on the move. He's always looking. And then they need to do the job to find him. But you're right. That movement is not always about on the last man or kind of getting in those pockets.
I don't know, man. I don't know. To be honest, I don't think so.
No,
Everyone
I agree,
keep on
'cause-
saying the KDB factor that he ain't there, so he's not getting.
No,
that
but Haaland's been
service.
scoring. No,
I
he's
feel
been
like
scoring.
he has been scoring.
Yeah.
But I feel like with him, it's like if he might not trust certain players to make the run all the time.
Or to make
It's
the
like
pass. Yeah.
KDB and him, it's like they can just read each other's minds and stuff. It's
I
like
disagree, man.
when you know there's people on the pitch that if I move, you're finding me. I feel like he might be just a bit more late. Like
No, because yesterday was the first game this season where he hasn't had a chance. Like even though he hasn't scored in every game,
He's had chances.
He's had 2 or 3 good chances
Saliba, innit?
in most games.
Saliba.
So then
Generational talent.
What are you doing? What Joe Gomez done last year? Come on, it's not a new thing, buddy.
Joe. Man,
Like you're
Joe
saying,
Gomez.
Arsenal
bring
fans
up-
are talking like they're the first ones to stop him from scoring. Like I'm saying it.
Anyway.
what else did Joe
It's done.
Gomez do last season?
Yeah, he done a lot.
Same with Saliba.
What, last season?
Mostly winner, didn't it?
Oh, I didn't say what they didn't do. I said what did they do? Not what they didn't do. What did they do? Yeah.
No, but I think this is just a one-off with Haaland. Like he's not going to have many games like this, and he hasn't had many games like this season.
A few now.
Kind of worrying.
No,
though.
but I'm saying like
It
he's
is
had
worrying.
This
He'll
isn't
have
a one
chances.
in isolation. He's had
no, but I'm saying no, but in those other games, even though he hasn't scored,
he's had the chance.
he's had like big chances where he should have scored. Like he scored 8 Prem goals. He could easily be on double figures already.
Haaland's under
This
no
season.
pressure for me, mate.
Yeah, like 8 and 8.
My only concern is this, right? I know this is going to sound weird, but
Is this compared to the standards he set or just in general?
just in general, and to come to the standards that he set, right? If there are other instances where you don't have that service, what are you doing to affect the game? What about you?
That's what they said last season. That's
to
what they did.
affect
That's
the
what they
game?
said last season. That when he doesn't score,
Mm.
doesn't do anything.
If I'm Pep, what if I don't care?
No, I know.
Yeah, what if-
and we've,
No, that's
we've
fine.
come
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that
yeah.
Just
conclusion.
asking
though.
a question.
We've
no,
actually
no,
come to
but-
that conclusion.
No, but that's what I'm asking. So I guess it depends on whether the manager cares or not.
Yeah.
But in my view, for me, I see things almost a little bit differently. The standards he needs to set are what he needs to give enough value so his team achieve their goals, right?
Mhm.
And in this league, that can be 28, 29, 30 goals.
Mhm.
Any other season, Harry Kane gets a golden boot of a last season, right? He doesn't need to do what he did last season ever again for me, and he'll still be a fantastic, great, world-class player. If he just continues scoring in those first or second level of, if you're a bit like Mo Salah, he's not going to win Golden Boot every season, but he's around 1 or 2. He's just consistently scoring, 18, 19, 20, 21 league goals. He doesn't have to do the madness he did last year for me to keep. So to your point about his own standards, but if he scores 25 Premier League goals this season, 25 plus, it's still a fantastic season. Most strikers don't reach that.
I'm not.
You're not in that game.
I'm not disputing that, right? Again, I totally agree with you. I just feel like it would be good to kind of see another side to his game, right?
And he talks about it. He says, I've still got plenty. There's bits of my games that aren't there. He talks about it all the time.
And I'm not expecting him to do what Harry Kane does. I'm not expecting him to come and be a deep line playmaker. And then, do you know what I mean? And then swing a ball into Grealish on the run. But, what else? What else is there to your game?
So is the question here now, do they need to cultivate another relationship for him or relationships? So actually, KDB's not around for a bit. You guys do need to cultivate some of that, a pattern that means it kind of doesn't matter. I don't know. I think he's the kind of player where, especially in that type of team, if they execute the plan as Pep likes it, the chances will come.
But you got
score.
Bernardo Silva on the pitch.
Yeah.
Foden on the pitch. Like, he's Hardland. You can't find him. I don't get it. What?
Yeah, but that's not going to happen often, though.
Only
Is it? And I think
KDB.
if it happens like 4 or 5 games in a row, then you can be like, right, we've got to look at something, maybe fixing what's happening there. But I say it's one game where he hasn't had gilt-edged chances that he's been getting in previous matches. So I think he needs to be like, it's a bad day at the office. Like everyone has it.
Yeah.
And I think it's profiled because it was like Arsenal v Man City.
Yeah.
He had like 4 touches or something silly like that.
I heard he had this, I think, I'm not a big XG fan, but now we do a
0.
podcast. I need to use stats when it suits me. So he has 0 XG.
0.00.
Yeah. But can I say something? Can we bring it back to Arsenal?
Yeah, well, I'm coming to that. Yeah, I'm coming to that.
We need to talk about the great performances of some of these young lions.
We'll get to that. We'll end on a good note. But I say young lion. But so coming to Arsenal now, a couple of things struck me about Arsenal fans during the game. Yeah, David Raya, he was giving people kittens during this game.
Bruv.
I thought he was meant to be more comfortable on the ball. Is this who we've dropped Ramsdale for? His performance wasn't dire, but the problem he gave Arteta is all the things that everyone said you're better than Ramsdale at or what you bring to the team. On a couple of occasions, you could have cost the team the game or at least 2 points. And Gary Neville said something, and I don't often agree with him, but he said that could have been his Arsenal career over before it started. Easily.
He settled down though. Like I say, the first 20 minutes,
he
was a bit shaky. But after that, like the balls he was pinging in the second half, I was like, geez.
Bruv.
Like,
moving like a 6.
Pressure.
Yeah, he was moving like a 6.
That's
so his first big game, what do you think? First big game at Emirates, crowds there? What do you reckon?
No, do you know what it was? Yeah, the whole team, it was a bit shaky at the start. He was shaky. A lot of other players were shaky. We couldn't really get a foothold of the game. Like it was a bit in no man's land. But when the team started settling, he settled. Then you saw the balls getting pinged around. You saw him comfortable holding the ball, seeing what was going on. Boom, making those. Like some of them passes were crazy. But in the first half, when he was giving them away, bloody hell.
But I thought what you said about shaky, I thought that because when Jorginho got yellow card at 11 minutes in, I said,
yeah,
it's gonna be one of those days.
It was shaky. He came in, the lineup, expectations. It was a bit like, I don't know.
I'll be honest with you guys, I've read that lineup and I've seen, like it's like someone put his name in bold and lights. I just saw his name, I said, what? And after Tottenham, but again, that was a one-off and etc. So from an Arsenal point of view, who are the standout performances for you?
Rice.
Oh, Rice. Insane player.
Quality.
But I've been saying this. What did I say to you when I was having the argument in the group chat about Rice?
Yeah.
He just needs good players around him.
Yeah. He's gone up.
He's gone
up.
He's gone. Thank you. And yes, levels, and I'm telling you, once you give him up and tell him, just do this, please. Stop trying to carry everyone.
Yeah,
Just do this.
Yeah.
You will see a big.
You know what's
you will see a
interesting?
different player.
Interesting. There's a moment that captures that perfectly when he wins the tackle, turns the player, and then left foot slides Martinelli in for the goal. Like does all of that, and like that short clip there is like, yeah, okay, that's why you're here.
Yeah,
that's literally
Big
why you're
player.
here.
Big
yeah,
player.
right. Well, yeah, noticeably Rice. Those challenges, everything he was doing, mainly he was playing sick. I would just mention Saliba, but Gabriel and Saliba, solid.
Yeah.
And I feel like Gabriel's level's gone up as well because of Saliba. Everyone looks at Saliba.
Yes.
And think he's so
the more
good,
refined one.
he's so good.
He's the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, that I think Gabriel cuts through.
Yeah.
And he's actually dope.
Yeah.
He's sick.
I think he's cut out the mistakes as well.
Cutting out the mistakes.
Well, 8 games in, but he's cut out the mistakes.
But I feel like when you've got that kind of player next to you as well,
Yeah, it makes a difference.
you're comfortable, you're more comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you think there's comfort in the fact that not only just having Saliba, but Ben White's locked down right back.
Yeah.
Raya's come in and it's a case of everyone knows, right, Raya's going to be number one. And then you don't necessarily have to worry too much about left back because, Zinchenko
No, it's like
can
them
do
three
it.
at the back, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So
them three
you
at
know,
the back.
these are the guys. This is my defensive team with the keeper behind me. So do you feel like that consistency has aided the kind of
the solidity of the
Yeah.
I think so, and I think that's now I look back, I think that's a real shame for me with Timber because he could have built up that trust as well. So then whoever you bring in, or like you say, you got to rotate. And I honestly saw a situation where depending on the team we're playing and what side of attack was their strength, that's when you would see Zini or Timber play. So then when they has to come inside and the back three go in, then Timber's on that side or Zini. Do you know what I mean? So I think all the games he would have played in, the early games where you can make mistakes, you can be figuring out basically doing the Havertz basically now, Timber's missed out on. So when he comes back, probably back end of the season, it's going to be crunch time. It's going to be business time. So
I heard he'll be back sooner though.
Is it ACL though? Wasn't it?
Yeah, but I
it won't
heard
be
it's
before that.
early next year. So
Like February,
Well,
March.
we're growing
yeah.
ligaments now and that. All right. So couple of questions for me. One, Trossard. I feel like when he starts, it's not the same. Am I being harsh? I feel like when he starts,
What do you mean?
when he comes on as a sub,
He has a bigger impact.
yeah, and he just seems to play a certain way. I just feel like when he starts, I don't know if he's got super sub syndrome. I don't know if he's got Solskjaer syndrome or something, but it for me, or maybe it's just the game. I don't know. But when he starts, I just get this feeling we don't get the same. Even when he comes on at half time, it's a different story. And then secondly, Nketiah. Is he like every time I say something about him, he scores goals and then he comes in. Is he a star? Or do we need to go out and get somebody?
Yes.
He's not a starter. We definitely need to go out and get someone.
He's a starter for another club. Another Prem club. A mid-table European pushing
Yeah.
club.
But I would say, even they didn't play great, but the subs that come on, what can you say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've got a seriously strong squad, and if we have everyone fit, we got a league-winning squad. I feel like
Yeah.
so.
That's a
We
good
made the
segue.
changes. Yeah, we made the changes. It worked. Havertz, come on, played well. Everything
Bit of
just seemed
strength.
to work.
Bit of
Everything
presence.
seemed to work, man.
Now,
Partey coming back.
yeah. Well, let's hope he stays back. You know, you might trip over a flower pot or something on the weekend.
Title winning squad key.
Well,
I think
so coming on to that, I've seen some stuff that I think's a little bit early, if you ask me. But Gary Neville tipped Arsenal for the title. People are saying that this is the game. And again, when you're 8 games in, I hate, it's one game. But do you guys think this is indicative of Arsenal's maturity to handle a title challenge better than last season?
No.
I'm with you. I don't think it's indicative of that.
No, I can do that quickly. But I think it's a bit of a
Still too early.
statement because, like I said, at the back end of last season,
Mm.
the team that you're challenging, you want to beat them at home, innit?
Yeah.
And I said to you, like, if you'd beaten up Man City at home last season, it might have been a bit different. And obviously, the games were played at different,
Yeah,
both
yeah.
back end of the season. And I think you've kind of got the monkey off your back now, kind of not beating them for so long,
Yeah.
having a good performance against them. You could win the league. Like, I don't see anything in your squad that would say you haven't got enough there.
No, we could on paper, but based on what you've seen so far, have you seen enough to join some of these conversations with people like for them, you know, with the injuries people have got, blah, 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 they're saying Arsenal is their favourites. Not their league to lose, but also their favourites after this week.
No, I wouldn't. I'd still put City favourites. You're in the mix.
You looked better last season after 8 games than you do now.
Looked better.
Looked better, but we've
Yeah,
done
but
better.
but
But on paper, we've done better this
yeah.
season.
I know that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you looked. So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You might have done
I know what you
better
mean,
on
but
paper,
under eye, we look better.
But on the eye, as a team, if I watched that Arsenal's last season after 8 games, 5, blitzing teams 5 games through, right, and then watch this Arsenal, I'd be like, yeah, all right. Cool.
But you know my issue with last season?
But last season,
we
But
couldn't
they look
we couldn't win ugly last season. That's my issue.
and they look less emotional this season. Like,
Yeah, and
it's just business.
way more
like.
controlled.
Yeah, it's just business like.
way more control.
Where
We've not seen one big gesture himself yet.
Oh, God.
yeah, like I think last year it was like they win a game and it's like not in a bad way. It's like, oh, we're happy to beat. Like
Yeah.
we've done something well.
Nah,
I
they're
didn't want to
used
say
to
that.
this.
I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, but
But now
in a
it's
way
just
it
like,
is,
right, we've
Yeah,
gone
they're all
out.
young players.
Yeah.
Exactly, they're
Like,
new to this.
we've
But
gone
this
out.
year, they're used to this.
Yeah.
They've won a game.
Yeah.
It's like, right, well, we're expected to win that game. Next game now, like that's how I kind of see. It's a bit different.
I think what the tell will be Christmas. I think once we get through those, either in the middle or towards the end of those fixtures,
It's still too early for me.
I think we'll be able to start looking. If Arsenal come out of that looking steady,
Then they're part of the chasing pack.
well,
Yeah.
then I think you
feel
can start saying that.
So before I come to you, because I want to add something before you get it. My whole issue with that thing is we didn't lose the league last season because of the games we lost to them lot. That's my only thing with that, because we don't do that foolishness against West Ham. We don't do that foolishness against Southampton. We don't need to win that game against City that comes later. So that's why. But two things can be true. Yes, we've seen it before with all the dynasties, the Arsenal, United, blah, blah, blah. Those are the games you had to win to give you the chest to feel like, no, we're the best in the league right now, one of the best in the league. So yes, it's good for that. But to now start saying, boy, you've beat City now, so nah. For me, it's too early for that.
Well, I think, me personally, I think we've got a bit. We could win the league.
Yeah,
this season.
definitely. I agree.
I think we've got a great chance to win the league this season. I think we've got a great squad to challenge for the league this season.
Okay, are you favourites?
Are we favourites? No, I don't think we're favourites.
No, I don't think so.
I think City would be favourites. Isn't it?
Why? You lot just beat them.
Yeah, I know, but I still
don't
think
think that makes you
City,
favourites.
they've got the pedigree, they got the know-how, as they say, to win the league. So,
And
well,
also,
maybe that
other
might be-
people are in the race now.
Squad.
but
What? Stronger squad than what?
we've been doing City.
Oh, just checking.
No, not in City.
No,
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 City.
no, you don't even have to try it. With Isak, you have to verify. Yeah, you have to verify.
But yeah, like the season where we missed out on top 4, we come back, we learnt from it.
Yeah.
We made top 4 quite comfortably. innit?
Yeah.
But we was challenging for the league.
Yeah.
But realistically, we made top 4 comfortably. We come back, we
Learn.
overcame that hurdle.
Yeah.
This season, last season, obviously, we missed out. I feel like we've learned a lot.
Yeah.
We've come back stronger.
Yeah.
If we start missing players, we've got players
To get through the games.
actually get us through. If Partey gets injured, there's Rice there now.
Mm.
And we've got Jorginho. And we've got Fabio Vieira, who's coming
playing
on
well.
But if Saliba gets injured.
If Saliba gets injured, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But saying that,
but that's when
saying that, saying
That's
that,
when Timber was meant to.
saying that, we still got my man, who I don't even think spot a foot wrong, but he just hasn't been playing.
Kiwior.
Kiwior.
Yeah.
He's good. He's decent. Obviously, Gabriel is still there and he's solid.
Yep.
So
Tomiyasu.
he should be stepping up.
I'm not gonna
Tomiyasu is there. Should be stepping up.
Got a good squad.
Yeah, but I think you're right though. I think Timber was meant to come in and stop that steep drop off from either the centre backs.
Yeah.
But he'll be back soon. So yeah, we'll have to see. And I think lastly, no, we'll come on to that. I was going to talk about minutes and Saka, but we'll come on to that. Yeah, let's move on. So good win. But banging out at the top with Tottenham. and we'll see how long they swing it out for. But let's move on to one of Isak's victims this season. One of many victims, actually. When I look through the list, there's a few teams that if their fans were waiting for you outside, like, you get me? So Chelsea put in a performance, be a team that they're supposed to be. Jackson scored. Where's Mark when I need to give him the death stare? 4-1 win for Chelsea. Sterling again, which is very interesting in the week where, you know, the England squad had just been selected. You know, involved in 2 goals, scores 1. Cole Palmer scores a penalty, assists 1. Jackson looks like he now knows that he's in the box and where the goal is at the same time. So what do we think? Do you think they're clicking? There's some interesting defensive stats about Chelsea, which again proves why I hate stats.
I think
beat Burnley.
I know, but people are acting like.
So here's the thing.
About. I don't care about that. I don't care about that result.
I agree with T, but I will shoot them some bell. They seem to have found
a little
their 11.
Yeah, maybe that's the positive.
Because it's the same 11 they've used for the last few games.
But if they lose against a decent team with that 11, then what?
Yeah, I don't see this as a kick-up.
I don't see it as a positive.
They had a good performance against Luton like a month ago, and everyone's like, oh yeah, they're going to kick on now. Sterling done X, Y, Z. Same thing's going to happen after Saturday's result.
This is what I'm saying.
Good result against a team you're expected to beat, really and truly. The next game's against Arsenal. They're not going to beat
look
Arsenal.
who they're looking good against. Luton and Burnley.
Yeah.
Not even like...
Two promoted team.
Yeah, not even like a...
Everyone's slapping them.
Bro.
Yeah, they were okay against Fulham the other week. But I think for this result to count, they've got to go out in 2 weeks' time against
Arsenal.
And or I'll say even get a point like against Arsenal. That's a point for Chelsea against Arsenal.
No,
it's really
point.
good for them.
All right, so since they beat Luton, they lost to Forest, drew with Bournemouth, lost 1-0 to Villa, beat Fulham 2-0 last week. So I think it's a thing of where it's like, okay, 2 wins on the bounce now. Like you say, like as I said, it's kind of forming. Yes, you don't have a big celebration about being Burnley, but at the same time, when you've been struggling like they have, I think it's more the goals, the fact that all the different scorers, they look like they can attack finally. They're not just busy with the ball going forward. It's actually incisive. They were causing problems. I think that's more what the talk has been about. Because I saw that and I thought, but then when you watch it and see the goals and see some of the plays, like, okay, you can see Cole Palmer seems to be settling in well now. Sterling's back on the other side. You can see how it could be dangerous. You know, I forgot the name of the striker, just come back from a long knee injury. Bro, scored last week. Jackson's here doing bits. So actually, Christopher be bubbling now. I'm not saying they're going to qualify for the Champions League, but after the start they've had to win 2 games back to back, and Fulham is not.
And it's been the same team, bar
Sterling.
No, the striker.
Oh yeah.
It's been the same team.
And we said they had to beat Fulham and Burnley because of the run that they've got.
Yeah, coming up
in it. Like, they've got pretty much.
So then now, after the international break, we've got.
That run is crazy.
Whee!
It's mad.
Yeah, that's not nice.
So they've got Arsenal next.
Yep.
Then they've got Brentford a week later. Then they've got Blackburn in the FA Cup. And then the next 4 games after that, Tottenham away, City at home, Newcastle away, and then Brighton at home, and then Man United at home.
So let's address that. How many points do you think they're going to get off that?
Good question.
So if we go through the run, yeah,
of just that 5 games.
So what? Chelsea. So Prem games, yeah.
Yeah.
So Chelsea. So Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham away, City at home, Newcastle away.
Do the 7. All right, cool. So,
that's 5.
No, Tottenham, City, Newcastle, Brighton, Man United is 5. Not counting Arsenal and Brighton, that's 7.
Oh, yeah. But this is Prem games. You're doing all the games.
No. Blackburn's the only non-Prem game.
The Premier League website saying something different. But all right. Boy, Arsenal, no points. No points from them.
Where's the Arsenal game at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah. I'm not giving them. I'm not giving them.
They're not beating Arsenal. 1 point at a push, but I don't even see that.
Brentford at home.
They'll beat Brentford.
I don't
Brentford
think
are not
so.
playing that well.
Draw.
I don't think so.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm with
they're
you.
gonna win it.
You think they'll beat Brentford?
I think they can.
Because you never know what Brentford's going to turn up. If proper Brentford turns up and Wissa and Bremer are on it and...
But Brentford haven't won a game since August. I know they pushed United close on Saturday, but...
Yeah, it's
Brentford
Chelsea though. I'm going for a draw. So what's that?
2.
1 point over.
1
That's
point.
one. That's it.
Tottenham away.
That's it.
Nah, I'm not beating Spurs. Though.
They're not
That's it.
being Spurs. They're not being City.
They're not being City.
They're not being Newcastle.
Well done. Well done.
You think they're beating Newcastle?
With the Champions League and all that stuff.
Those are the only games that they could get something from is
Brentford.
Brentford, Newcastle,
I think
and
Newcastle
who?
are gonna walk
And
them.
who else is there?
Wigan, they got to play.
Wigan.
No,
Blackburn.
no, Brighton. Sorry.
Oh.
As a blue and white.
And Brighton. Newcastle and Brighton. Only because maybe a little European hangover. Who knows, innit?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't see that. And I don't even see them winning.
Yeah.
Like draws.
I think they'll
Tough
get
one.
points off United.
Yeah,
That's a possibility.
that's a possibility.
Where's United at home?
That doesn't make
At Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
Yeah, I mean, Old Trafford's...
It's not the fortress it used to be.
No way. No way.
Anyway, if I speak...
Shack of dreams.
Yeah, like I said.
Man said Shack of Dreams. Wow. Whoa. But yeah. Okay, so we're effectively saying this is Chelsea reacting to a couple of kind fixtures and then reality is going to bite them in the next 7 games.
To
That's
be
what I'm
fair,
hearing.
The start of the run of games they've had at the start of the season, they should have picked up a lot more points.
Yeah.
Especially with the run they've like the first 8 games. Then you look at your 7 after that, you think, right, we should have had
They're in trouble.
at least 15,
They are in trouble.
at least 15 odd points going into that run of 7 games.
I still think I think Pochettino would have said to them, listen, I need time to figure this out. I don't think they're in trouble, but I don't think he's under any problems. As long as he doesn't finish 12th or 13th, I think he'll still get a top 10 finish, surely, out of that team. I think as long as he gets a top 10 finish, they'll have January transfer window, they'll definitely do business then. People in and out on loans. I'll be surprised.
Top 10 is going to be tough.
I don't think they'll make top 10.
I don't think it's going to be easy, but he's making top 10.
You think Chelsea are making top 10?
I don't know, bruv.
You don't think they'll make top 10?
Look at the teams. I don't see it.
See, the problem is, so you got Man United who are 10th at the moment. Take joy in saying that.
Who's ninth?
They're 11th at the moment.
Who's
right?
ninth?
Palace.
Yeah, they'll finish above Palace.
Who, Chelsea?
Yeah, they'll finish above Palace.
Okay.
You're right, though.
That's
like
what
that
you
top
gotta
10
say.
now, Spurs, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Villa, Brighton, West Ham, Newcastle, Palace, Man United. Yeah. The only person you're saying dropping out of that is Palace.
Palace, yeah.
So yeah, I'm still standing in the top 10.
Okay, and what about the...
Who? Go on.
All right, fair enough.
Exactly.
No, but still, I'm not writing off a Wolves.
Nah.
I'm not writing off Wolves yet. Wolves are playing good.
They're not coming top 10, bro. Allow it.
No, but they don't have to...
I've said Chelsea are going to come top 10.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to tell me who's going to stop that. I think
Fulham,
Palace.
Forest, Wolves, Brentford.
the only person is Fulham. Fulham could maybe crack on and
Maybe
get
Palace,
top 10.
but I don't see it.
But I don't think Palace are doing it either. So yeah, you should make top 10. And to be honest,
If
you're the
Palace gets a
owners-
striker
yeah,
in January,
Who?
they go into
Nketiah.
top 10.
Huh?
Nketiah.
Yeah,
should have
if they
gone
got
there.
Nketiah.
How many times have I said that? You should have gone there West Ham. You should have.
No,
Yeah.
he's playing for Arsenal, bro.
Huh?
He's playing.
Not very well, though.
He's getting minutes. It don't matter.
No,
He wanted minutes,
I
right?
need the
He's
minutes.
getting-
I need the minutes to matter still.
No,
I need the
to
minutes.
us, but him,
Yeah,
he's getting
no. But if I
played,
was
so-
advising him as a player, he should have gone.
really?
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
playing. So you would told him to go.
I'm
And
not
he's
gonna
getting
lie to
played
you,
at Arsenal.
if he's getting minutes,
I can understand why he stayed, but you can just see long term.
if he's not
never
setting the
gonna
world
work.
alight, don't move. And
You
you're
got a
getting
new
minutes.
contract. You got more money, and you
No,
got him getting
I
minutes.
totally get it.
But he knows he's behind Jesus. My thing was he needs to go somewhere and be there,
Guy.
Jesus. Be that guy. Every week you're starting. No matter what, you're the guy that's starting. And that makes a big difference for strikers,
And
I
his
think.
stocks are going down, man. Like I know
Yeah.
he scored the odd goal here and there, but overall his performances are not really
No.
that great.
And he said it himself, he's a player. He needs to be playing. He needs to be starting.
Okay, do you think his stock drops quicker
Yeah.
if here now
Yeah.
or if he went to a club where he was the main man and he wasn't producing.
Yeah, that's
No, but
the
if you go
problem.
to the club where you're the main man and you're not producing, then that's not about your stock
That's
going
on
down.
you.
You're showing us who you really are.
Mm.
So your stock is now going to be where it should be, not where it was because you came from Arsenal.
He can't go to Palace and do what them man are doing. Mateta and them. He can't go there.
Oh, no. But you go to Palace and you're giving him a different type of striker that can work with Eze and all of that. He has to be part of the refresh where you get Ayew out.
His
You see what I'm
overall,
saying?
I think his overall
Only
game
yeah.
will be better than what they have up top anyway.
Yes.
His overall
Yeah.
game. But it's then, can you...
Yeah, but he's a better finisher
Bang the goals.
than them two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
After
So-
that, it's just, can you bang the goal?
And if he had like a fully fit Eze and Elise,
That's what I'm saying.
get
In my
service,
mind,
yeah.
the hierarchy was this: Brighton, West Ham, Palace. Those are the clubs I said in my head. You could Brighton, you're not getting £100 a week, but West Ham, Palace, you could probably get around the same money, go and play every week in the Prem and be the main man.
West Ham.
Yeah, they need
Go
a
West
striker,
Ham.
innit?
Yeah, they need one. I
Yeah,
told you I
we need
can't be running the channels forever, bro.
Mm,
But I can't be running towards the corner flag forever.
mm,
All right,
fair enough.
cool. Everton. Look at his face. Thumping, let me use some tabloid vocab. Thumping 3-0 home win from the Toffees. Isak, over to you. I've never seen 3 points paying a man so much. But
What is there to say? I'm disappointed in Bournemouth. I'm absolutely disappointed in Andoni Iraola. Where is this chaos ball that he promised us?
I didn't even know the man's name before you said it.
I'm absolutely disgusted.
Oh my gosh.
How can you let
Bruv.
Everton beat you like that? I don't
3-0.
care if you're.
3-0,
I don't
you know.
care if they're
Like-
at home.
Keith, you know I'm watching it. Yeah,
I'm
I've seen the
disgusted.
score, and the first thing I'm thinking is, Isaac better be recorded on Monday.
I'm absolutely disgusted. This is the one. Where's my camera? Right there. This is the one chance we're gonna have to send them, you know what, back down into the Championship where they belong. Sort it out. Yeah, sort it out.
I mean, I will stress. It's 2 wins. Second win, lost 5 games. His next game is Liverpool.
Exactly. Lovely.
Yeah.
So another reality check coming their way. But if you're in their position, you write those off, right? You write those off.
No,
He's
not
not looking-
that. You don't write off Liverpool, do you?
No, not write off, but he's never going to say it to anyone outside. He's never going to say it to his staff. But Sundash knows when he's looking at the fixture list, he's not putting any points against the Liverpool game. Especially not this Liverpool.
Nah, not a current.
Not the way you guys are coming back and Salah's moving. And I know in derbies anything can happen. But surely he's not expecting
So
anything
you
like
lot
that.
don't look at it like that.
He wouldn't
you lot
admit
ain't
it, but
looking at
he's a
Everton
realistic guy.
thinking-
He's been in the game long enough, bro.
Anything
Not-
could happen, kind of.
Nah.
What, at Anfield?
No, I'm saying, do
Nah,
they?
we should
do-
be
Liverpool?
yeah, do
Oh.
they think?
We should be dispatching this Everton quite
The
comfortably.
only thing is it's a derby.
Yeah, passion.
Literally, that's the only kind of.
It's the 12:30 game.
Oh,
So do you want to hear
After the
Everton's next few fixtures?
Is it-
Anyone?
is it peak?
Liverpool away. West Ham away.
Mm.
Brighton at home. Palace away. Manchester United at home. I feel for them to get something out of that game. Forest away. And then Newcastle at home.
See, this is the thing. Like the quality of the league in general has just risen sharply, like over a very short space of time, and I think that's going to be a problem for teams like Everton who are not like. If you think about Everton as like a legacy Premiership team,
Yeah.
all the teams that have leapfrogged them now, so like
Brighton.
Villa went down and came back up and have gone past Everton. Brighton have gone past them.
Yeah.
West Ham went down and came back up.
West Ham have got, yeah.
And to your point about legacy, one of the
Newcastle.
things of you being a legacy team is that you should still have some kind of like residual quality. All the years you've had Prem money and all of this stuff, it should balance you a little bit.
This
But
is
they've
it.
just
They've been
been
collecting
wasteful.
Premiership money since 1992.
Oh yeah, they've never been relegated, have they?
Yeah,
Never.
like they've been banking all this bankrolling all this money since then.
Yeah.
What they done with it, man?
You know what's funny? In
The
that
only-
whole list, I'm looking at Palace, because Palace are a bit Jekyll and Hyde this season. You can't really tell you're going to get. And then Man United. And I'm not even saying that for banner.
No, I feel like everyone is looking at Man United right now as like food.
Yeah.
Get at them, innit?
Yeah, get at them, man. They're not good.
I don't think Forest at home, the way Forest are settling in and, they seem to have found a bit of a pattern. I don't see, but that's a few games away. Everton could surprise us. The way they played on the weekend, it wasn't revolutionary or anything, but there was just they were first to most things. Do you know what I mean? Just all the basics, as you would call it, but they haven't been doing that. And they were making their own luck. They were pressing Bournemouth. They were putting them under pressure. Doucouré's goal came out of that same kind of move. Yeah. So, it can roll on. It can roll on.
Let's be honest. Right?
We're talking about survival here, not them doing anything fantastic. Just
the
not getting
only
relegated.
4 teams.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've looked at the league. The 3 teams that are going down are based on out of the 4 teams that are at the bottom of the table right now: Bournemouth, Everton, Luton, Burnley.
No, it's Luton, Burnley, Bournemouth, Sheffield United. That's the bottom 4 now.
Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United.
Well, who did I say?
You said
Bournemouth,
Everton, Luton, Burnley, and Bournemouth.
Make it 5 at Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you think 3 of those 5? That's it now.
3 of those 5 are going down, and it's about whoever beats whoever out of that lot. And if Everton have gotten the points off of Bournemouth, if they can get points off of Luton, and then maybe, if in fact they'll get points off of Luton both times.
No, they lost to Luton. Didn't
They lost to them.
Yeah.
They lost to Luton.
They lost to them already.
Where you been, man?
I've been doing 99s, bro.
Oh,
You've been in the trenches.
Oh, wait,
You've been in the
sorry,
trenches.
mate. Just gonna unpack my violin. Sorry.
I've been doing 99s.
No, but
allow
I think
me. I made 2 errors right there, back to back.
Fine,
Allow me. But no, okay, cool.
But I think to your point,
I think they'll get points off Luton the next time round.
Yeah.
They've got points off Bournemouth, possibly points off Sheffield United. That, I feel, will be enough to keep them up.
But I also think sometimes with these relegation teams, the teams that are struggling, 1 or 2 of them usually get a kind of a Hail Mary performance against one of the top teams. Because we like I just said, I'm writing them off getting any points against Liverpool. Sometimes when you look at the end of the season, when you just pulled off that one miracle 1-0 or a 2-1, I reckon out of those 5, whoever pulls one of those off against Liverpool, Man City or Brighton, or one of the top 4, that could be the 3 points or the draw that you got that no one expected. That might be what keeps you up, because they're going to lose most of their games. They're going to draw and lose the majority of their games. So I think sometimes actually that one that and then you see the bet posted after the one guy in the world who thought they would win and it's 5,000 to 1 or some shit and he put down £50.
So I know they just won, but are we still having Sean Dyche as the right man?
I didn't even want to ask the question. I was going to say,
there's no one else.
One game.
There's no one else.
Nah, there's plenty of people.
What, Wayne Rooney?
Yeah.
He just quit DC United.
But I think with Dyche, his job is keep them up.
Yeah,
if he keeps them up, he's done his job. Like,
I think if Dyche keeps them up, I think he gets another season, he stabilises them, and then they do what Bournemouth have done. We're going to go and get someone who plays sexy football.
Yeah, if the new takeover happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like, who is he? So you're going to give him more time. You're going to get
minimum
players
money.
in.
Yep.
Dash players.
Yeah.
And then you're going to bring in a manager who wants to play football.
Yep.
Dash players.
Yeah. So what are you saying? Take over the club and then basically do a Bournemouth. Keep me up and then fire him at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't think they will replace. I think they can't risk not being in the Premiership when that stadium opens at the start of next season. And I think if you change the manager, the likelihood, because whoever comes in now has got Dash players anyway.
Yeah.
So
no, but I think it's a thing of take over the club
and bring in some players. Yeah, bring in some players.
Yeah.
The new manager, start fresh.
Interested. Yeah, I think they'll just scrape it if they carry on like this. So first of all, it wants to make them hard to beat. Then we just need to score goals. There's no point in leaving us open that way. But yeah, it looked like the commentator even said it. He said yes, you are seeing Everton score 3 goals. How good as it was. That's how rare it's been. All right, let's move on. Manchester United. Houdini United. Great escapists.
paper cracks, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Maguire assisting McTominay.
I watched the game.
This is the lengths that they're going to. I mean, the man that they've been trying to kill for how long is saving them.
It's true. Because at one point, Ten Hag wasn't even putting McTominay in the match day squad, was he?
Nope.
No.
And I thought that was through injury, but someone told me, nah, it's preference.
Wait, can we just talk about the elephant in the room with this one?
Wait. Hold on.
We'll get it.
Hold on.
You know,
All right, well, let's get to it. So Brentford, for those who don't know, Brentford go 1-0 up. And then, of course, everyone who is in the Man United fan is like, yes, here we go again. Another home loss for Man United. Went on for quite some time. And then, as is typical these days, the clip of the goal starts to circulate. And it looked like another shot that Onana should have saved. Now, when I shared this clip in a group of close friends who are football fans, I got accused of doing clickbait. Like, it was agenda. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't show the fact that Casemiro is the one that lost the ball initially. Right? That's the start of the issue.
That, though, isn't it?
Well, this is my thing. I don't actually think the goal is as much his fault as everyone is making out. I honestly think because it's him.
Nah, you can't save it. Nah, I'm not having it.
I've seen
You
them.
even
I've
see
seen
his
them ones,
reaction.
bruv. I've seen them ones. Of all the rubbish he's done, that one there, I'm not even gonna. We've seen them with keepers. It goes under the arm or whatever. That one there, it's
Bro,
not great
he should have
for a
saved
top
that.
keeper. It's not great for a top keeper, but I think because it's Onana, people are doing.
You think he's a top keeper?
I never saw him before. I never really watched him. No, you're playing at Man United. You're playing at Man United.
I genuinely think
Your Champions League finalist keeper. He was a big reason why Inter did what they did last season, right? Everyone's clear about that. He did well, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really watch him. I'm not going to lie. All the videos I saw of him, I searched when I heard he was coming. So he is a top keeper. He's in a top percentile of keepers in professional football, in elite ball, right?
No, I don't think
He is.
I don't think
He might not
Okay.
be playing like it, but he is.
Where would you put him in Premier League goalkeepers?
Wait. I
Is
said
he
he's
top
not.
five?
I said he's not playing like it,
No, is
but
he-
he's in a top
No,
percentile.
but yeah, okay, cool.
Like the top category, yeah? Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Would you put him top 5?
Right now, let me look at the league. Nah.
In
Edison.
Prem?
Edison, Alisson.
Alisson, Ramsdale, Raya, better than Onana.
Yeah, then you got
Wait.
Pope, then you got
Nick Pope.
Yeah.
what's
What's the Brighton
who's
keeper?
Everton keeper?
No,
Is he
Chelsea
better than
keeper,
Pickford?
Ooh, I don't like Pickford. Bro.
Pick-
Him and Pickford.
Pickford's an old-fashioned keeper. Right?
Emi
He's a
Martinez.
good shot stopper,
Yeah, Martinez is better. Yeah.
but that's it.
Emi Martinez.
Thingy's
Sanchez, the Chelsea one from
Sanchez,
Brighton.
yeah,
He's good.
Brighton's keeper.
Yeah, you're not having him, are you?
I've never really rated him, to be honest.
What about Steele?
Dude, listen,
He's the,
lad,
The
Onana
Brighton
is dead. Let's forget it. We don't even
Wait,
have to go
we-
far.
what you say?
Man's bringing up Steele, man. Just forget it, bro. He's
what
finished.
we saying? 12
We haven't
games
even
in?
gone to the
Wait,
other leagues now.
Wait. 12 games in, but saying man's dead. 12
Yeah,
games.
I think he's dead.
12 games.
I think he's dead.
But we've seen keepers come before and do a madness and then
Yeah.
Bob De Gea was doing a madness.
De Gea done a madness. Like, but I
He
think
got,
in
he
this
still
day...
got
but-
golden glove.
No,
No, when
very
he
true.
first came though, remember?
No,
He was
but I
dropping.
think-
No, he
Oh,
was
that
flapping
was
at
that
him
was
and-
that
yeah.
was more about his physicality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
That
the
wasn't
problem
his
is
ability.
where you've had, like,
He
you
was still
mentioned
saving.
Edison and Alisson,
Mm.
they've come in
And
and been
set the bar.
elite
Yeah.
from the off, innit? So,
Well, Keith, so I get that, but even if you take that out, I think if Wolves keeper made the mistakes Onana's made, we would still be saying something.
yeah, but they spent like 60 million on him. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. So I think the Edison Alisson bar being raised higher is one thing, but some of the things I've seen him do are just like they're just mistakes. I don't care who's played in this league; they're just mistakes.
yeah, but he
I'm
made a
just saying,
mistake in maybe 60% of the games he's played. That's a high percentage.
I don't know, man. I just like it's 12 games in. It's 12 games in. We've
tough,
seen
man.
it before.
And he's
We've
made a
seen it before.
mistake
Yeah,
in probably
but
10.
And we did say he might not hit the ground running. Like,
Yeah.
we did say that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's
They
mad.
the bad
needed him
ones-
to, though.
Look at the
They
look
needed
at the,
him to.
Look at the saves. Like that. Look at the goals. Bro, it ain't like he's come in.
Dinked. Who
Yeah,
dinked him?
it's
Who dinked him in the last?
Icardi.
Brother dinked him from the edge of the box.
Who, Icardi? The Galatasaray one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Blood.
finish was tidy though.
He was
That finish was
flapping.
tidy.
He was
That
on the
finish was
floor
tidy, so-
already.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah,
doing?
but I sat him down.
his anticipations, like,
I've got
Bro.
a really lazy take about him as well. Because of his height, yeah. Sometimes I see certain shots and I'm like, if you put that top biz, is he getting that? It's a very lazy take, yeah? But his stature
Nah,
isn't.
he must be able to. Otherwise, he just wouldn't. There's no way. This is elite football.
Yeah, I know.
That they would put. They would see a keeper and think he can't even reach there. But do you know what? We'll buy him.
It's a lazy.
We'll have him.
It's a lazy.
He can't reach the pool now, but we'll have him.
Yeah, I know. It's a lazy fantasy, but sometimes I wonder. But I think the Onana story is a combination of a few things. Yeah, one, goalkeepers. Anything they do is always headlines, isn't it? Right. So number one. So even in the team that's performing well, look at Ramsdale. We were doing well, blah, blah, blah. He makes that mistake at Southampton. It's a mazza, number one.
But then he has a stellar performance the next game.
Yeah, no, I agree. But as a keeper, even that's going to be... Then two, now, because everyone wants their keeper to also be Paul Pogba and Rodri, yeah? In this country, I still think there's a little bit of why are you guys trying to force it? Why are you trying to be fancy? You still hearing commentators in certain games where it doesn't go right. This passing out from the back thing, why are you forcing it? So when you make mistakes...
They don't say that about City.
Hmm?
They won't say that about City.
Yeah, no, they won't. Well, because Edison doesn't really make those mistakes. But I hear you. So then when you make a mistake doing that stuff, that also turns up the volume a little bit. Then when you're on a team that has been dysfunctional for a good period of time, the football news cycle is a Man United thing. It has been since CR7 came back, basically, right? They've been the football news cycle regular. So you add all of that, it just becomes super, super, super just combustible. It's just Onana has landed at the wrong team and at the wrong time to be making mistakes like that.
Yeah.
He's in the wrong position, in the wrong team at the wrong time to making them kind of mistakes.
I remember when he first come and everyone was like, yeah, we see him playing out from the back. Yeah, he looks good. Mm. Then they saw him barking at Maguire. And everyone was like, yeah, we like how he's... Now look at him. Now look at him. Look at what he's doing. No, the guy's mad. The guy's actually mad. He looks like the type of man, yeah, when you go in at half time, he's cussing, he wants to come out on pitch. That's what he reminds me of. That's what he reminds me of, bro.
I mean, there's nothing you can do, right? With keepers, it's different. You don't drop them. You don't give them a rest on the bench. It's not like a midfielder where,
I don't even know who their sub keeper is. I know they signed someone, but I don't know.
Is it my man back from Forest?
No, ain't he a Japanese guy or something?
Please.
Yeah, Turkish keeper or something?
Yeah. Turkish keeper.
Oh, Turkish. That's it. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
No.
What do you say?
Weren't they linked to some Japanese brother?
Well,
the black brother. Yeah, the black Japanese.
It would have been a madness if they signed him. I swear, dog.
Tom Heaton's still there, no?
Who is he?
Yeah, but they signed a Turkish keeper as well.
And he's got the number one shirt.
Man United.
I'll say Bayern there.
Yeah,
Bayern
there.
shirt.
That's it. Bayern there.
But yeah, I know they ended up winning the game, but I was watching it and they just didn't look like fluid. Like Casemiro got hooked, and then Ten Hag said it was because he wanted to play football. Like that's why he took him off. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. He said I wanted more football.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, fair play to them, man. Like you got to play to the final whistle, innit? And they got the result at the end.
But when we think about the trajectory of the Ten Hag project, yeah, everyone was saying first season he's coming, made top 4, won a cup. This does not seem to be going in the same upward direction. There's a little correction that's going on.
I'm not having him.
You're not having him?
No way.
I said it. Did I say it to the group that we're in? I said, I won't be surprised if he leaves that club before Sancho does.
Oh yeah, we was having this conversation.
I won't be surprised.
I don't think he'll leave. I don't think they're going to.
You think they were ahead of schedule last year?
100%.
Yeah. Actually,
nah. You don't bring back because they had to spend all that kind of money.
People were
That's what you
saying
spend the money for.
they was ahead of us before a ball was kicked.
Yeah,
like they're gonna make the top 4 instead of us or whatever.
Yeah,
they would be higher than us.
So you think he kind of
with that
hit
kind
his
of
marker last year?
With that kind of investment, they were definitely expecting progress. And this year, if they repeated it, even before a ball was kicked, if they got Champions League again, a bit more comfortably, and then were competitive in cups, I would have said they were on plan. It wasn't going to be qualify for Champions League last year and then win the league this year. But again, we're only 8 games in. But as I said to my friends the other day, bro, when you get to 12 games, you're a third of the season in. So it's 4 games away. 8 games so far has not been great. what, are you going to miraculously now do a madness in the next 4? And then when you get to 12 games, I think I've said it here before, bro, 30% of your games are gone. So there's no more, it's early days. Nah.
And the levels have raised from last season.
Yeah.
Like, we also kind of knew the teams that weren't performing last year. Tottenham are up there, Liverpool are up there, Villa are up there. Villa only put 5 points off the top.
Yeah.
West Ham are there. So they're the teams that you got to try and claw back now to even to think about getting into top 4.
What's a good season for Man United from this point?
Top 7.
No,
Europa League.
What, from now?
Top 7 is what you think they'll do, or that's a good season?
It's a good season for them.
I'd say, top 6, top 7, Europa League.
Yeah, they need the Europe. The Europe.
Top 7?
Yeah.
This
Look
man
what they
spent £500 million. That is not a good season.
That's why he's dead. How are you gonna sign so much? Bro, he spent how much money?
But we're saying that based now, not at the start of the season. Like, we're saying now, because you got to... Every stage,
I'm saying but
at every stage you got to reassess.
They're only 5 points off the top 4.
Yeah, but they're not.
Okay,
they're
but
not
that's
good
now.
enough.
Yes, I'm saying from today now, I still think top 4 is 1, achievable, and 2, that's what, if he finishes outside the top 4, it's not a good season for him. I'm sorry.
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs. That's your top 4.
As it stands today.
Yeah.
I don't think
I think that stays.
I don't think Spurs make top 4 this season.
Don't think so.
What?
No.
I do.
I do.
I don't think so. I think next season, but I don't think they make top 4 this season.
Why not?
The one
I don't
game a
think,
week,
because I think,
loving it.
yeah, true, but I just think, to your point, when you get to Christmas, when the game's congested, they haven't got the depth to deal with it. They haven't got the depth to deal with it. And we're saying one game a week, bro. They're going to do FA Cup. They're going to do all of that. I think if they make top 4 this season,
Didn't they get knocked out of the
unbelievable.
League Cup?
They're out of the League Cup.
League
FA
Cup,
Cup's
yeah,
not till
League Cup.
January, innit? So
Yeah.
I
I don't know. I just think they've got too many points of failure. You know, Maddison. So, do you know what I mean? The drop off is a bit mad. But yeah, so I don't think they make it top 4. I think that's the one slot that's up for grabs for a few people, in my opinion.
And if they don't make it, it's Newcastle's right there. No way Man United are finishing above Newcastle.
Nah.
I think if you finish
your top
outside
3
the
is
top 4, it's a
Arsenal,
bad
Liverpool,
season.
and City.
Yeah.
All right, cool. The 4th spot will be between Spurs and Newcastle. Man United then have to contend with Brighton, West Ham, and Villa.
They ain't coming up.
Man looks frustrated.
No, because
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to think here.
I don't
where
think
they
this
gonna?
continues. I don't think this I don't even think there's a middle. I think they are either really pressing for top 4, or it's one of them disaster seasons where they finish. I don't think there's any middle. I just can't see it. I think they kind of fix it and they get in that groove, and some players start firing, or it's a really bad season. So no, they got you. So if you're the owners and they finish 50th season, what are you doing? You just rolling with Ten Hag?
Yeah, I think it's too much disruption.
I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think they'll make that decision to.
So you think he
sack
can
him.
finish 5th/6th this season and keep his job?
I feel like there's too many.
Interesting.
There's still too many. Too much dead wood
External.
there.
Because
Yeah.
again, who do you get?
There's too much dead wood there.
Bro, he's spending a lot of money. He's brought in quite a few players.
Yeah, I know.
He's brought in a lot of
If
his
you
own
If you
players.
get rid of him, that's a big severance pay, innit?
Bro, yeah, but not
Deserby.
losing out in the Champions League is bigger.
De Zerbi. Where's
But
the
that's what I'm saying.
United
There's
pool?
play- there's-
He'd be
You're Man
mad.
United,
He'd be
they-
mad to go there.
Where's
Why?
the United pool? Why?
Why?
It's Man United though.
Bro,
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
look at everyone that's been there before him. Like,
Yeah,
what,
but no. But remember, look.
I remember he's got a structure
Ten
like
Hag
above
come
him.
from
He's got a
Ajax. I get
structure.
it.
Ten
get
Hag come from Ajax,
I get
winning
it.
leagues and competing in
But look,
competing in Champions League, right? Who else?
It's
Who
the
else
Dutch.
was there?
Isaac, sorry, can I just? It's the Dutch league though.
Okay, what about the Champions League?
He had one good run 1 year. That was it.
Doesn't matter. He still had the good run.
He was one.
Doesn't matter. Still had it. who else has been?
What,
who was
before-
there? Solskjaer,
Yeah, Solskjaer,
Okay,
Mourinho, Conte,
Deadwood, Mourinho.
not Conte.
Won the
He won Europa League, won FA Cup, and came second. Yeah,
and they still pushed him out the door.
hooked him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but I feel like because that's Mourinho.
That
innit?
was Mourinho.
Like,
Yeah.
doing
And he told them
Mourinho.
things they didn't want to hear.
Mm.
So
There's not a good track record.
Yeah,
No, I hear that.
De Zerbi, he's coming from Brighton. Even though I agree with you when you say, "Oh, he might like looking at it from the outside." You think, "No, that's mad. He's calm there.
Mm.
Everything's going well." Da 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 da. But no one says this Brighton is where I want to stay. This is me.
No,
now.
it's true.
Oh no, he's
They're
got a higher
ambitious.
ceiling.
Yeah,
I believe that,
and
but I just don't think it should be.
even
Man
all the
United.
players go there. They might be loving life, but they know still want to go to a Chelsea, a Tottenham, a Arsenal.
I want to get paid more than $3.
Yeah, man, and United, a City. So I'm gonna want to go. He can go, and he can attract some of the players from there. He can get some of his other players. Like,
The reason why I'm challenging some of this Man United stuff is it's just easy, like in the moment and in the run of results, to make it seem worse than it is.
yeah,
So that's what I'm just looking along the time.
It's bad.
It is bad, but it's the same way. Look, they're 5 points off top four, but if it only takes 2 or 3 games of decent results and you're back in the mix, literally, that's all it takes.
but throughout the course of the season, I don't think they'll maintain
You lot are not having it, bro.
like.
You know, I thought this was Isak being Isak, but none of you better having it. Fair enough.
Got Sheffield United next.
Yeah.
They'll win.
Then they've
We
got
hope.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Then they've got City. Then they've got
You never know what might happen
Newcastle
in that one.
in the League Cup.
Yeah.
Then they've got Fulham, Champions League, Luton, Everton. So they run a games is not
They're
crazy.
running games to
Yeah.
put them right back.
Right. So
It's not
Up there.
crazy.
So, bro, that 4 you said there, yeah? So, Fulham, Luton, Everton, Newcastle, even
No.
Chelsea. If you want to get top 4, you need to be getting results there.
Sheffield United, they'll get they should
Yeah.
get a result.
They should get 12 out of that.
City, they're not getting a result.
No.
No, you never know.
Yeah, but it's a derby, though.
Never know.
A derby, bro.
They're not good.
We've seen rubbish Man United get results against City.
Yeah.
We've seen the dead Man United get results against City in derbies. But let's put
City
1
are
point for
gonna
that
deal
one,
with-
yeah?
City are going to deal with them.
Yeah, we'll see. After that, I'm not ready to write them off yet. As much as I would love to, as you know, my United fans in my circle, just but and they're really hating what we're doing right now. I would love to, but I'm not writing them off yet. I don't think we're at that point yet. I think it's too early. All right, cool. Newcastle drew 2-2 with West Ham.
Not surprised.
Yeah, agreed.
Not surprised.
That's probably landed about where I thought they would.
Yeah.
Isak was a post width away. Isak was a post width away from a hat trick.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought he should have. I thought he should have taken it instead of going round. I was
Yeah,
surprised that he went
yeah.
round the keeper
Yeah,
for that. But
but he's
Trippier
left-footed.
No.
He could have done that on his right foot and just
should be
one
both.
corner. Yeah.
But yeah, Trippier's
Should be,
assist.
All right. Sorry, coach.
Nah, I think he should be
Why
standing.
is it because he's Scandinavian? Is that what it's
No, like I think any pro like at this level should be both footed. Like
I agree.
Right.
I genuinely agree.
What? Even Salah?
you've
That's
not
not-
seen Salah score with right
I,
foot.
I,
All
I,
right then.
I got smoke for Salah.
Don't worry, we're coming on to that next. Did anyone watch this game?
saw
I didn't watch
highlights.
it, but yeah, Trippier's assist for Isak's second goal, I think it was. Yeah,
Yes.
very good, man.
Yeah, he's been cooking.
Yeah, he has.
Trippier.
But
He's been cooking.
I think it was Bruno G that played the ball out to Trippier in the first place. Shouldn't have been on the
Shouldn't have
pitch.
been on the pitch, man.
Referee bottled it big time, man.
Yeah.
Like I know they say 2 yellow cards in a short space of time.
Shouldn't matter.
But if they're both yellow cards, like
You know what annoyed me about that? Is the way how quick he was to dismiss it. So the foul happened. He didn't even think nothing. He was like, go away. Almost like it was more important to be like, it's not a yellow card than actually thinking on it. And he was.
To show control.
Yeah, it was a yellow card. I mean, we didn't touch on it enough on the Arsenal game, but even Kovacic, he shouldn't have been on the pitch.
No.
Shouldn't have been on the pitch.
Like with Kovacic, the first one could have been a red.
Yeah.
Should have been a red.
Yeah.
And then you look at the second one, it's like, how is he still on the
And this
pitch?
is the week after they've upheld the McAllister decision. A week or two after they've upheld the McAllister decision.
Jones.
Was it Jones?
Yeah, got sent
Sorry,
off.
the Jones one.
Yeah.
And then that one is fine.
I didn't think you lot was going to win that though.
No.
Oh, no.
We
It's
also,
frivolous.
yeah.
It's frivolous.
Yeah. And even if you go all the way back to the McAllister one, bruv, like this.
But even the Jota one,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but an independent panel came back and said it shouldn't have been a red.
what Jota's one got overturned.
No,
I don't know
I
if
think
it
it
didn't.
overturned.
I don't know if it
It was an
overturned.
opinion.
But the
Oh, it's
independent
just-
panel
they
that
just said
reviewed,
it shouldn't
have been.
and they said that he shouldn't have been sent off,
Okay, fair enough.
regardless.
So yeah, they
But
did.
West Ham are quietly ticking away, man. Just picking up points and looking like I think only us and Man City have beat them this season.
Yeah, 4 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Yeah, you're right. They're ticking away. Had a bit of a blip, 2 losses, win and a draw. Paquetá is he's almost become the hybrid that Moyes needed. So he's running around, throwing himself around, but he's still playing the key passes. He's still doing nice little bits here and there. It's almost like he's found that perfect kind of in between.
Yeah, he got the dog in him, but Samba
yeah.
flair as well.
That's-
You know
Yeah,
what?
that's
You know
a
what
guy
That pass he did down the line into channel for the goal.
Yeah.
That left foot up, mad.
You know what I like about this season so far for West Ham?
Mm.
The season before last is when they done well in the league.
Yeah.
They got European ball. Last season, their league's form suffered
Because of European ball.
because of European ball. It's like this season they've gone, no.
We'll get it now.
Yeah.
We get it.
Combined
now.
team.
We get it now.
Yeah.
They let Scamacca go.
Yep.
They said, Antonio, you're our guy now. We're just going to stick with you.
Yeah. Keep
And like
running.
he said, we get it now. So now you can see good league form and European ball. It's not set the world. No, they're unbeaten, aren't they?
Yeah,
They've got the
2-2.
longest
Yeah, it's a record for English
English teams in
Yeah.
Europe.
Well, I remember at the beginning of the season, I was saying, I think I asked you, and I was like, now he's gone from conference to Europa proper. Are they going to struggle with the whole league and that?
No.
Is he going to be even worse than last year? But to your point, they found a balance. They bought well after selling Rice.
Yeah,
You know, took that one fee and covered some areas. Prowse. And,
I feel like they've done. I feel like Moyes has realised his style of ball and he's just gone, right,
I'm going to
lean
evolve
into
that
it.
rather
Yeah.
than doing an absolute change,
Exactly.
revolution. Yeah,
I'm just gonna
evolution
evolve.
rather than
I'm
revolution.
just going to build up the midfield, leave Antonio up top,
Yep.
leave him as he is because we tried another route. And I feel like they've done well.
I like him as a personality and I love his football story. But if there was one bit of their team I could upgrade, it would be him, unfortunately. It would be him.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nah, they need a number 9.
They need someone that
yeah.
it's the
They
finishing.
need someone that can finish.
Yeah, Isaac, it's the
Fine.
finishing. Yeah, it's the finishing. It's the
Fine.
finishing, yeah.
But I feel like that's where Bowen's blossoming and that's where he's filling in the gaps, right? And that's where you'd hope that Ben Rama would do it as well on the other side.
Yeah. He's
Right?
in and out the side as well, isn't
It
he?
should be Antonio as the figurehead, Paqueta as the creative influence,
Almost box to
and
box, yeah.
Bowen and Ben Rama as the
Yeah.
flying.
But he's doing the
wings.
three, isn't he? He's doing Ward Prowse, Paqueta, and what's the name of the new guy they bought? Sorry?
Alvarez.
Alvarez. Yeah,
Alvarez.
he's playing the three of them. But yeah, but I think that's how Moyes likes it. Week to week, no one talks about him. They just get on with it, and that's that. But yeah, I think a 9 would do them well. Newcastle, 8th, 4 wins, 3 losses. They had 3 wins and a bounce as the first draw. We already said they largely got their hard fixtures out of the way. So Crystal Palace at home next. Maybe they can kick on now, and maybe this is where they start to surge towards the top 4 as Isaac called it. Let me look at their fixtures coming up.
Yeah, you want to apologise to Dan Burn.
Yes. Yes.
I'm big enough to hold my hand up and say I thought he struggled in the Champions League, but he proved me wrong so far. But
Yeah.
there's still 4 games left.
It doesn't matter.
And they still got to go to Parc des Princes. So
Bruv, he's a Geordie lad. He scored
saw-
ahead at
saw
the
the-
back post against
So the
PSG.
dog in them.
Yeah.
I saw a clip, I think like the Champions League Twitter posted it, where whenever there was like a tackle, and the whole crowd was just up, and it sounded like a cauldron, like it was mad. It just,
There must have been the atmosphere must have been crazy.
yeah, I think them PSG players kind of just shrunk a little bit.
Bruv, some of
it
the
was mad.
passes, some of the way they
Mad.
turned over possession. I was
Yeah, it
like,
was mad.
what are you not doing?
They didn't turn up at
no,
all.
but I'm not gonna lie. The way their team was set up was disgusting.
Yeah,
They
Enrique.
had like 5 attackers.
He's got that in him though. Enrique's got that in him.
Yeah.
Goncalo Ramos,
Yeah.
Mbappe, who was
Dembele.
Dembele.
Zaire Emery,
Yep.
Yeah.
Dembele.
and then who was the
Vitinha came on later, so I can't remember who
No,
else.
there was another one.
No, that's it.
But then they had like,
Kalamouani?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
Muani.
Yeah.
Muani, yeah.
Like, where's your
Yeah.
midfield?
Bruv, he wasn't respecting the thing, bruv.
Nah, seriously.
He saw Eddie Howe's name. I said, "Oh, that Englishman. I'm
I
cleverer than
genuinely
him."
feel like he thought they were just gonna turn up and just turn
Yeah,
them
I think
over.
they did.
Not serious, bruv. Not serious.
can't
And I
believe
don't know why he
the
thought that
lineup.
because he's not exactly lighting up the French league. They're what,
Yeah.
5th or 6th? Well, they were before this weekend's fixtures. So
Yeah, they won at the weekend.
yeah, I don't know what he's dealing with. But Newcastle got Palace next at home, Wolves away, Arsenal at home, Bournemouth away, Chelsea at home, Man United at home. That takes them after international break into December. So after 12 games, so the 4 games that take them to a third of their season, Palace at home, Wolves away, Arsenal at home, Bournemouth away. You expect 9 points from those 4 games, no?
Yeah.
Obviously,
And give Arsenal a good run for their money.
Yeah. We don't like going there. I've noticed. I like going there.
Right.
All right. So last but not least, Liverpool. I watched a bit of this game and it looked like in the first half that Brighton were just giving you grief.
Yeah, they were.
And the maddest thing about it, I wasn't even worried.
Weren't you?
Even despite our recent poor form against Brighton, I wasn't worried because of how we've been dispatching teams in the second half, right?
Yeah.
In the second half of games. So when we were 1-0 down, I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then we went 2 up and I was like, all right, cool. It's just going to be another one of those games. And I was just waiting for the third goal to come. And then when Gravenberch missed,
I
said, Brighton are going to score now. You know when you just get that feeling, you just get that vibe, because then after that, Brighton started grinding into the game. And it was just like, okay.
Yeah, Klopp was slow to react. So
yeah, he was.
In the second half, they kind of went a lot more attacking.
Yeah.
They kind of had 4 pushing up, really. And yeah, Klopp was just too slow to react. Granted, the goal that they scored wasn't from any intricate play or anything. It was from a dead ball situation. But you could see the goal was kind of coming. You know when you're watching a game.
Yeah, he did a sub 2 minutes after they scored. Yeah.
So
he'd already started preparing that sub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, just to your point, too late.
Yeah. If you based on last season to where we are now, 3 points off the top of the league going into international break, I would have snapped your hand off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm quietly confident we're going to be in the mix at the end of the season.
It was interesting. That first half felt like VVD was just moving a little bit erratic at times, diving into challenges, etc. And I just thought, Brighton, who's this now? So the Adingra, he played well.
And the other black dude.
There was a number 20. Bruv.
Ain't he's like
Casado's replacement.
Yeah.
Bruv, he gave someone a
19.
2-step over and a shift in the middle.
Yeah,
in the
he drove through.
Chelsea weird.
Drove right through.
Bruv. And then he just kept going. I said, bro, do you know where you are? You're right.
It's mad.
How they keep doing it.
Let man go, bring in the next one. Young as well. They're all young as well.
Even Adingra's finish. Someone said to me, Alisson should have saved it.
No, he should have. He could have done better with that.
He saw it late, bruv. The guy was in front of him.
He didn't know where his goal. He didn't know where his goal was.
You don't think? So you blaming him for that?
Do you know how far out he was?
There's a lot of errors. The pass wasn't great from Van Dijk.
Hospital. You know where you're kidding football.
McAllister was too slow. McAllister was too slow.
That's exactly where the blame was.
What?
I take it back.
McAllister was too slow.
I take it back. No.
There's this combination. All three things can be true. All three things can be true.
I take it back. The pass. All right. Here's the thing.
You're
so
harsh.
Here's what. Just sit with me here. If I slap that ball into your feet with 3 men around you, and you miscontrol it, the ball's gone.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it didn't look like in that situation, I'm gonna slap it in, you're gonna either slap it back to me, or if you've done your scan, I'm expecting you to
pivot out
round the corner or pivot out or do whatever you need to do. But the likelihood is I can understand the kind of lackadaisical pass as it looked like. But if I slap this into you, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it as you might miscontrol it.
That's what you have to do, though.
No, in some situations, yes. Some situations you don't, right? He's giving him a ball that's good enough for him to react to. He was too slow. He was just like, oh yeah, I've got time for this.
Yeah.
But in reality, what he should have done is he should have stepped onto the ball.
But you're one step ahead. Back. You're one step ahead of where I wanted to go. For me, first pass selection. You've looked at him. The phase has come over. That's clearly triggered their plan to press. McAllister's not even side on. You know, half turn. He can't even do the half turn bit.
No, he's facing the ball.
He's facing you.
Yeah,
so really, all that's gonna happen. He hasn't got an outlet to the right. All that's gonna happen is you're getting the ball back anyway.
Yeah.
So once you've turned and seen that, VVD, don't make that pass.
No, I agree.
Don't make that pass.
No, I agree.
Then your execution in the pass hasn't helped your mate. It's absolved you of all problems.
Yeah.
Because we're a top prep team.
Yeah.
There you go, mate. So for me, Alisson's probably got 5% blame in that situation there.
I genuinely, people will probably disagree with me, probably think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think, I think the decision to pass the ball
was wrong. Yeah.
Because in that situation, more often than not, what I do see is a lot of teams, especially City, you see City as well, they don't put their players, the receiving player, in situations like that.
Yeah.
They'll look, and even if the man is saying, looking like he's on it,
Yeah.
that defender will turn, pass it back to the keeper, or he'll pass it to
Because I don't
the
want
other
you
side.
receiving the ball with your back to goal there.
Exactly.
I don't want you doing that.
So I think the decision to pass the ball was wrong, but I don't think the execution of the pass was bad. If McAllister was on his toes,
the thing is, if I'm
there
McAllister,
you got to pass the ball. You got to
tough.
Basically, you're not giving him a chance to think of anything else.
no, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's how you have to give it to him.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm him, fizz that to me.
Yeah.
Because then,
You're
if I
forcing
did-
me to do so. I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
Okay,
Fizz that to me.
I get what you're saying.
And then
I
as
get
soon
what
as it
you're
comes to me, I either control it or you get it straight back. One
saying.
time.
If you're fizzing it in, basically I should know.
That's
There's
you know
danger.
what that
Thank
means.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I
It's a
get-
bit
okay,
like
fair enough,
sometimes,
fair enough.
you know, when someone's left-footed, but you fizz it into their right foot, my man knows, now you've given it to my wrong foot for a reason. There's, you know, well, you should tell him.
Safe
Man
side.
on left.
You've
or
given me
something.
safe side.
Yeah,
You've
he
given me safe side.
should have. So yeah, there was that. So now talk me about the Alisson bit.
Because that's they
Yeah,
nick it off him, isn't it?
Yeah. So I just think Alisson thought he was in the middle of his goal when he wasn't. So he just lost his bearings.
Yeah.
So when he's come, he's like, I can get this.
I thought it was a wonderful finish.
Yeah, no, it's a good finish.
Yeah.
Our
Wonderful
first
finish.
goal was very good though.
No,
Like,
nice. And the finish.
Elliot,
Yeah.
the wisdom to leave it. Yeah.
No, it was a good move. It was a
Yeah,
good
like
move.
it started like getting back into the game, going 2-1 up. You think you want to see it out,
Yeah.
and then we just concede rubbish goals. Like that's just what annoys me. Like,
So I left it and I thought, I'm gonna see 4-1, you know, that kind of. No, that's what they drew.
yeah.
I was happy, obviously. But then maybe that's just the next bit now, innit? So you guys are kind of quietly going about your business. I think I said it last week on the pod. I just looked at the table, you guys are second or something. It's like, what the hell's going on? But
Yeah, we're in the mixer, man. That's all.
and that's
all
your
that
point
matters.
about. I still think there's something about your defense that doesn't give me confidence when you guys play. I don't know what it is. There's something when I watch you guys play. If a team's moving the ball nicely, I still think Vividy he's just not moving with the same level
Yeah,
of
we
calmness.
we give up too many chances.
Yeah, and assured. There's just something there. I don't know what it is, but I look to him as like the linchpin of your
I
defense
think
and
we're
the calmness.
still missing the DM, a protector.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're still missing a protector,
Yeah,
a frontline protector. Do you know what I mean? First protocol.
But, Yeah, I think our next 3 or 4 games are relatively easy.
our next
Oh,
5
oh.
games, our next 4.
easy.
No.
We just said the Premiership standards gone up.
No. Considering who we got our
Ever-
5th game is Man City.
Yeah, so if we drop points before Man City, I'll be disappointed.
Well, we already said a derby's a derby,
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll still be
but it's at
disappointed.
Anfield.
Yeah.
So Forest. Oh, yeah. Right.
Forest at home, innit?
Yeah, but look at them. Our
Luton
next 4
away.
games,
Yeah.
we should be getting points. We should be walking away with
Brentford at
12
home.
points.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
it's City, then Fulham, then
So
Sheffield
yeah,
United.
going into that City game, if we don't have 12 points, I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, so to be honest, the games that take you to your kind of third of the season, yeah, that you should be getting 12 points at the next 4 year, in theory.
And if we do,
I think Everton might be a potential as Derby, blah blah blah. And to be honest, Forest. That's it. I think Brentford are in great form. Obviously, Luton's Luton. So yeah.
fingers crossed.
Interesting. All right, moving on to a bit wider. Again, we're talking about refereeing decisions and VAR again, but for slightly different reasons, right? It's not procedure this time.
Mhm.
And I think this goes back to the human element we talked about before, right? You look at the Kovacic tackle, look at that, the Bruno one for Newcastle. That's just
And the Szoboszlai.
and the Szoboszlai one.
Yeah, he should have been sent off.
Yeah. And that's just, well, I struggle with those ones because everybody else is like, that should have been a red or that person should have gone off. And how did you see that in slow motion? So the Kovacic one specifically,
Mhm.
how do you see that in slow motion? See studs in the ankle, all of that, and still be like, nah, I see yellow. This is where we need Daz.
But they sent off Curtis Jones.
That's-
for the exact same challenge.
And this is where I struggle. And for me, that's not VAR. That's not a VAR thing. That's a refereeing thing.
Yeah.
That's not VAR. Because the VAR process worked.
But there's always going to be
Subjective.
exactly. So there are guidelines and rules, but it's down to the individual's interpretation and then application of said guidelines and rules, right? So we are never ever going to have consistency across the board because you will see one thing, T sees one thing, I'm going to see one thing, Keith's going to see another thing, right? And in each situation, we might be told you must do this in this situation. But if I look at that and go, I mean, it's not that bad. It's only 10 minutes in the game. I don't really want to send a man off because then it will throw the game off. Whereas T might be a referee and go, I don't care. Rules are rules.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
And then if the VAR man agrees with you, then he's not getting sent off. If he agrees with him.
Yeah, but then the VAR will only get involved if it's a major error.
Mistake, but VAR did check the contentious one. There was a VAR check on it.
Was it an actual check or was it just a check to see?
Because that's where
it was
that's
possible sending off.
Yeah, possible sending off. So that's where that's where the steal. They stopped the steal. It's a bit mad. They stopped the steal at the moment of impact. So you see the picture, you just see his foot and his ankles bent up.
Yeah.
So it makes it look mad. I've got a question for you guys. Do you think we'll get to a point where they try and take? So you always have the ref and the linesman or system referees as you call them now, but the VAR bit maybe is like AI or something. So you take all the subjectivity out of it, and the AI knows studs are up, certain angle. Do you think we can get to that point?
Where
it's a bit of a wild one.
It's like a criteria. Are the studs up? Yes.
The NQ.
Like a process map.
Yeah. Like is it a certain speed? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
AI, so you take all those AI's like, no, your studs were up. The ball was gone. You didn't touch the ball. It can analyze all of that. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could see it happening, bro. He just takes all the subjectivity out of the VAR bit. AI is analyzing videos and doing all kind of rubbishness now. It wouldn't surprise me if we get to a point where someone's like, I figured this out. We'll get a computer to decide. And it'll give you a report. And it will say, he was saying he was going at very rare speed, which is dangerous to bones and you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, look how long
it's not about me or you, what I saw, what you didn't see.
Look how long it took to get goal line technology, and look what it took to get the goal line technology.
But I think since goal line technology, I think it almost took 20 years to get that. And then in the 10 years since, we've done so much stuff. Automatic offsides, I think, has been good in the Champions League. Yeah. That's been pretty good.
Yeah, I can't believe the Prem didn't vote that in. Like, it makes so much sense.
Of course, I can believe that. Look at the guys who run these teams, bro. Come on, we're in England. Where people...
No, it weren't the clubs. It was the Premier League.
But the Premier League board is the 20 clubs in the Premier League at that time. That's who runs the Premier League.
Okay.
So when they put a vote to the Premier League, they're pointing it to the 20 member clubs. Yeah. So that's one of the good things about the league is when you become, when you get promoted, you become part of the Premier League board. Right. You're part of, So it's the clubs. Yeah. So do you think I'm 10, 15 years away or?
It's not going to happen for a while. If it did happen. Because some people like the whole human interaction with
creates debate, innit?
Thank you.
Humans aren't serious.
Because a lot of people say
humans aren't serious, bro. I just think humans kicking ball in it. That's it.
Like that's why some people don't want VAR because they're just like it takes away from like the fan celebration and players celebrating and then getting.
I tell you what, get the decision right. We'll celebrate after.
No, but I get it though, man.
Yeah.
Celebrating like that, it does take a bit out of the game, innit?
But again, I think even that could. Again, if there's a process that's analysing that, you don't even have to wait that long because it's doing it in real time. Yeah. Like I can just.
Because even Dan Burns' goal in Champions League didn't take that long. Like he scored, they had to wait maybe like a minute, 30 seconds to a minute.
You know what I mean? Because imagine something's analysing. Is that a foul? No, just like you see these mad movies and it's just analysing all these bits. You score 20 seconds later, ref goes bang, it's a goal. Yeah, the AIs. Yeah, I'll be surprised if someone isn't working on that now.
I mean, there are, in an ideal world, we would have all of this, right? But there's always some sort of objection. And like T said, controversy and debate. And that's what they want because it adds to the allure of the league, right? Because never mind the quality, but everything else.
Because I think there's a line. But when I look at like sports in America, right? They've got the most amount of rules. I mean, you're still trying to explain American football to me now 10 years later. And sometimes I watch those sports and there's so many rules about contact. You can't do this here. And I just think it is possible to have, because then everyone knows the rules and then we're just playing with that. It's just about the sport. It is possible to just add that extra level of regulation, and the sport's fine. So if we even got to the point with ball where we just take out the hands of some guy in the room who's not seeing something, like we did with the Liverpool goal, I think it'd be a very interesting place to be. A very, very, very interesting place to be. All right, cool. International break arrives. Boring. Player selection again.
Have you seen just quickly, because international, you've seen the article about Tuchel and Goretzka complaining about Germany's fixtures? So they've got to play USA and Mexico.
So they're flying over. And they're friendlies as well.
Yeah, a couple of days before then having to come back and then play in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
And they're not happy about it because of the travel.
Yeah,
that's a madness.
The amount of
that
rest
is a
time.
madness.
Yeah.
Traveling.
It's not even the traveling, bruv. You go there and you're what? It's Mexico.
The flight.
I mean
Behind.
the time difference.
Oh, Mexico's like, I want to say 5 or 6 hours behind.
Yeah, bro.
So jet lag.
To adjust to that.
Yeah.
And then come back and have to adjust back. It's mad.
Yeah, and it's
And
11
for
hours
friendlies.
each way or something.
Yeah,
11, 12 hours
crazy.
each way.
And for friendlies as well. I mean,
To be fair, Germany need those decent-ish oppositions though, innit? Because they've been rubbish of late. So
Yeah.
is there a solution or a way around this? And I say this, and when I say this, I mean the travel, the inconvenience that it causes.
Bro, it's funny, bro, because obviously the whole Saka thing has brought up that conversation of how many minutes players are playing, teams are playing, etc. And I think this is all commercial, bro. I think the fact that you're playing USA and Mexico, some of it might be logistics, etc., but it's a big market, etc. To your point, do you have to play 2 games in this period? If you haven't got 2 meaningful games, like, qualifiers or anything like that, but do some training camp, go warm weather, play a friendly there, right? Get someone to travel, maybe it's equidistant, you're not traveling as far.
Mm-hmm.
And make it more of a training camp vibe. Like, why do you have to play these 2 games? Do you know what I mean? Now, they will argue, we need competitive games, etc. But that is crazy.
Do you remember when clubs used to put in restrictions on playing time
No.
for friendlies?
yeah, friendly.
Like they can play one half.
You can only play a half.
Like a kind of unofficial. Fergie would ring up and be like, listen,
Yeah,
he's playing, but take him off.
Yeah,
Bro,
you can only play
I don't
45
blame him.
minutes.
I don't blame him.
don't happen no more.
It don't happen no more, does it?
Yeah.
Because you'll see the same England squad for 2 games in a row.
But the interesting thing is, like, if we look at it objectively, club football is the most important part, right? Champions League, it's what pays the players' wages, it's what gets them to where they are in the game, right? But as football people, we know, the story kind of puts international football as the pinnacle, and for players as well, playing for their country is the big thing. So the flip side to that argument is, if we don't have friendlies, if we don't have some of these games, some people don't get a chance, especially if you play for Gareth Southgate. Some players, that's where they get to break through, they get to do the training camp, they get to bleed in. So actually, yes, on a cold, light number of games and matches and stuff, we need less friendlies, etc. But actually, for those coaches, I only see these guys every once in a while. It can't be I only link up with them when it's crunch time. I need these friendlies to do certain things. But all the other European countries that they could play are playing actual qualifying games, so there's no one they could have a friendly with. Right? Or is this just a friendly window? Are England's games friendlies or
They've
qualifiers?
got one friendly, one qualifier. So they've got Australia, and then they've got qualifying.
Australia coming here?
I believe so. Yeah. They wouldn't go to Australia.
Yeah, so there you go. So someone is doing the long leg.
Yeah, but a lot of,
You get me?
a lot of Australia's players play in Europe.
Yeah, they play.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
yeah,
That's
so
true. That's true.
I agree with you though. Why
Yeah.
why schedule 2 friendlies?
Bro.
No, but Germany have got
Germany are
qualifiers.
qualified.
Yeah, so do one friendly and do a
Do
training
one
camp, bro.
friendly. No, I agree with that's why I said I agree.
but
Do one
revenue-
friendly.
You can't really,
And
revenue
Germany,
as well.
like you say, it's revenue. Germany are a big international team, innit? Like, they go to America.
That's what it
like,
is.
They're going to
It's the money, isn't it?
they're
it's
set
the
out the
money.
stadium, innit? Like, that they're going to go to. And Mexico is just a massive footballing nation. So
Yeah.
Germany are going to...
I think for me, it's going to go back to the science because I was having this argument with another Arsenal fan and he's basically saying, look, all top players play all the time. That's just it, right? And I said, I get that. But at the end of the day, your body might react differently to how his body reacts to it, than how I react to it. So what needs to happen is the manager, the staff have a responsibility to understand what your optimal amount of minutes is. They need to quickly figure out what the best thing is for Saka, for Martinelli, for Goretzka, for all of these guys, and it changes. So I think the science is going to get to a point where you're going to have the medical team telling you, listen, if we want him in his best shape, we need to pick and choose the games like this. And they probably do that now, but I mean down to a really, really low level. Because if you're Arteta, bro, he's a weapon for you, and you're going to play him as much as you bloody can. And as the player, you're going to play. Unless you literally can't walk or whatever, you're going to tell the boss, yeah, I can play. I can play. So it's either going to be a regulation thing, right? So they're talking about having like minute caps. So a bit like in X amount of days or whatever, or you can't play any more than Y amount of minutes. A few people have been floating that idea around. So whether it's international, it's a bit like
like the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
So they've got obviously it's more contact,
physical,
but they've got like the concussion protocol. So the Rugby World Cup's been going on for I think 4 or 5 weeks now, and they've only just started their quarterfinal. Well, the quarterfinals haven't even started yet. So they're saying that once they play a game, they can't play for another X amount of days because of the.
No, this one's different. This one's like it's about load. So you as a player can't play more than X amount of minutes in a specified time.
Yeah,
and if you do that for everybody, that it brings down a certain amount of exertion on the body, etc. A bit like some jobs you're not allowed to do overtime or whatever. Yeah. It's a bit like that. Same kind of idea they're thinking about bringing in.
Would you say this is more about how players actually just look after themselves outside of football than all this game time stuff?
You know what? You see, before I would have said yes, but now we're talking about players who everyone will tell us they really look after themselves well. Like they don't drink. Yeah, they sleep.
Yeah,
we've got
but
the best medical.
We say that, but it might just be at the club. When they go home, they might just do what they want. They don't do any extra stuff. they go home, they eat McDonald's or something. Like, and when you're we was once young. We could do everything when we were younger. We could do whatever, and we didn't have no fitness regime or eating or a diet or nothing.
My cardio was 6 hours at Pitts, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We could just we could
the game.
play forever.
True.
When we was younger.
But let me flip it around then. That's always been the case. So that's not the bit that's changed, right? So to your point, players could always do whatever they're doing when they left the club. Yeah. We've never known. They could all be going to. So that's the bit that hasn't changed. What has changed is the number of games they're playing. Is the level at which they have to play those games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's the bit that's changed. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, but actually we could probably take that as a constant. All these years, Ryan Giggs could have been going home and slapping kebabs. We don't know. And he played till he was 38. So whatever he was doing off the pitch, he was, well.
And it's everyone. So like back in the day, I think there would have been a select few players. Oh my days. It would have been a select few players who were at their peak in it, where everyone's at their peak now. So everyone has to be on job.
Yeah, because if you see some of the numbers, Hazard played bare minutes.
But this is what I'm saying. All right, cool, great person to bring up.
Yeah.
It's known, well known, innit? That Hazard don't do nothing.
Yeah.
He don't he's just chilling.
He's
he don't really do nothing. He's there for the game, and he boom turns up and he does a madness.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing probably the results of him not doing anything for so long.
Yeah. You
get me?
Yeah.
So what's
because now he's had one major injury, his body's been like, what's going on?
Who else said that as well? Prince Boateng in the interview.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was talking about how Messi. Just to back up your point, Messi was he'd be
checking his phone
when
the manager's
talking, not really doing much, but he would turn up to the game and do a madness. Yeah. So young players at the time, like Dembele, at the time, Malcolm would think,
I can do
that.
If
he's doing it, I can do that. And then they started getting injuries.
Yeah.
And then think, so yeah, to T's point.
You're not Messi, bro. You're not Messi.
I'm just saying, I feel like maybe if the clubs made them, I don't know, they probably do so much stuff already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The things that they can't control is when they're gone.
Yeah.
When they're at home.
Yeah.
So.
But in season, though, you got to be at a certain benchmark, innit? Because like Calvin Phillips came back from pre-season.
Timber.
And Pep was like, he's fat.
Yeah.
Like in terms of football. In terms of
footballing
terms, innit? Like,
do you know what? Do you know what's a perfect example of T's point?
Yeah.
And the question that he's asking?
Yeah.
Look at Ronaldo.
Which one?
Look at Cristiano.
Exactly.
Look at all the games.
Oh, yeah.
You tell
played.
me, just exactly
Perfect.
that.
I'm not
You
gonna
get
lie.
passionate. You heard Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Start getting passionate.
That is a perfect
No, but
example.
that's the perfect example. You're telling me, yeah, forget the amount of games.
Mm.
If every young kid adopted that
Yeah, mentality.
mentality and how he treats his body and how he like whatever his regime and done that, we would be seeing all these injuries and everything like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, but he's like 1%. Like,
No, but I'm not
I know,
even
but I'm
talking
saying
about
he's like the
like,
pinnacle
I'm
in it
just
of like
saying-
what you want
And also-
optimized to be like.
Let's not
100
dismiss.
plus caps.
No,
But I'm not even saying
No, I
you
know
have
what
to
you're
do
saying.
a madness.
No, I know what you're
because
saying, but-
Ronaldo is a madness, innit?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, bro, we've all been young.
yeah. No,
Look
I hear
at
that.
Rico Lewis is 18. You're telling me he don't go home and just do what he wants.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Sometimes.
There's an element of
Yeah,
luck to
because
it
your
as well.
recovery's quicker, innit? Just
Yeah,
naturally.
and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and
naturally.
you could get a knot and blood. You
Yeah.
don't know, innit?
No, it's true. There's an element of
He's running off that young energy, bro. He could play today.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I think there's an element of luck to it as well. But I guess my point is when you've got that many players, you know, how many players in the Premier League? I don't know, 200-300. Everybody's going to react to things differently. So you're right. Yeah, there are young players that are going to be great, but there are players that even from young, they were like, nah, take time, not training every day or not. You know, do you know what I mean? I think it's just really about that. But in general, there are too many games, man. Like some players, there's 80 something odd games that you could be available for in one season, in 9 months. That's crazy.
Do you know what?
Between League, FA Cup, the Champions League, International, bruv, you could play 75, 80 games.
Champions League's growing.
Bruv.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, there is a
World
lot.
Cup
of
And I think-
games. I just don't
There's
see.
always a tournament after
I don't
every
see
season.
where's the break gonna happen?
I think the break's going to happen when something is undeniably because of too many minutes.
Yeah.
And I think then the players' union will stand up and all of that. Bro, I genuinely think, it might not happen for now, but if we fast forward 10 years and we're in a situation like NBA and those sports are where players have unionized and said, oh, we can't have this, we're not playing. I won't be surprised.
It's funny you said NBA. I actually just clocked the other day at how long their break is.
Yeah.
I didn't clock that.
Yeah.
It's so long,
Bro,
bro. I was
even
thinking,
the,
when do they
like
play
6
basketball?
months.
Like,
Bro,
for a month.
Bro, I remember they had the lockout. When they had that issue before.
2019, I think it was.
Yeah, they've just finished negotiating what they call the collective bargaining agreement, which is the agreement between the league and the players' union. Bro, that took months to sort out. If we fast forward 10 years, I won't be surprised. And stuff like this is going to be in there. How many minutes men play, etc. And the reason why I bring up the NBA is because they talk a lot about, they play 80-something games in a season, and some of them are back-to-back. You'll play Tuesday,
Well, essentially, isn't the PFA?
but they actually do stuff for the players.
PFA, just a badge in it. Like.
Yeah. No, but PFA is good when you retire. I had a very good support, right? But when it comes to your actual contract and career, they're not a union in that respect. They're not.
Okay.
I don't think they're a great union in that respect. But it's that stuff there. But the reason why it hasn't happened yet is because actually some players have said, yeah, it's a lot of games, but if they reduce the games, they're going to reduce the money, you know? Okay. But even to be in a position where you're having that convo, I think we're going to get to that with
But is
football.
the money reducing with the increasing with the amount of games that is increasing?
I
Is it
think so.
working
'Cause
both ways.
yeah, well, we with the average Premier League wages has gone up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, the money.
And we've talked about it. You know,
Mad.
100 grand is now the new 60K a week.
Mm.
There was never a time where a player like Nketiah, who's essentially a second striker, is collecting 100 grand a week when he, at that point when he got 100 grand a week, I don't even think he had 30 Arsenal goals, first team goals.
Yeah, the
But he was
stupid.
able to get 100 grand a week and everyone's telling him it's calm.
Just look at Chelsea.
Bruv, look at
Their
Reece
whole-
Nelson.
Their youth team was probably earning more than most.
I think Reece Nelson apparently he's close to 6 figures, if not over 6 figures.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't play. So yeah, I think that to your point, I think when it comes around this player time and all that stuff, I think that's where we're going. I think it's the players are going to unionize. I think a few things are going to change in that. A few things around image rights, etc., etc. And again, lastly on all of this, just back to international break, Raheem Sterling. Just want to bring that up quickly. It's been everyone's largely accepted his not back to his best in terms of goal scoring and that, but he's been one of England's better players in the Prem this season. Southgate has stood by other players who have not performed, etc. What he said last time was the people that we brought in when Raheem decided to take a break in the summer or whatever it was. They've kept at their performance level. So who am I going to drop for Raheem? That's basically what he said in the press conference for the last squad. So is this double standards?
Of course it is. Of course it is. How can you go on live TV with sleep in your eye and talk and tell people live and direct that it's about form, but then Calvin Phillips hasn't clocked any minutes.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire, they're trying to shift him. He's the last line of defense, last port of call in terms of defenders for Man United.
Johnny Evans comes before him.
James Ward-Prowse is playing week in, week out and delivering.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling, week in, week out.
Delivering.
No,
but in terms of his role, he's delivered. Yeah.
So what is it?
To be fair, he hasn't played as well ahead of this squad announcement as he was before the last one, Sterling. So I can understand.
He has done. He was injured for 2 games, but the games before he did.
He's probably been Chelsea.
Has he got better stats than Rashford?
Yeah, well, probably. Yeah, 100%.
Has he got better stats than who else? Who else plays out on the week?
But they've announced that Saka ain't going to be in the squad. Thank
so
the
then,
Lord.
If Sterling doesn't get into,
but
this
yeah, so he must.
But they haven't called anyone
going in. They haven't, or they haven't yet.
They haven't yet.
Okay.
Look, I'll put this out there. Why is Nketiah or Jared Bowen in that squad before Sterling? And I'm an Arsenal fan, but I got to ask it. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah. But I think as long as Southgate's manager, we're going to question every squad.
Yeah.
Until the Euros is going to happen.
It's nonsense, just. I genuinely.
No, I wasn't questioning it. His whole tenure. It's only when he started doing foolishness, bro. It's only when he started doing this kind of favoritism. And the thing is, I don't mind. It's your program, but own it.
Yeah,
don't come with all this. Just own it and say, I pick the players I want to pick for my reason.
Yeah.
Don't start coming with all this reasoning to make it look like you're fair to everybody. You're not. You're clearly not. So just own it. Just say it, and then we know what we're dealing with. Yeah. But my uninformed opinion is that whatever, because I think it was in the summer, Raheem wasn't in the squad or a couple of squads at his request. Like he needs a break, he needs to get. But I reckon Southgate didn't like that. I think that's why we are where we are.
Yeah. It's like Ben White, innit? It's like can't get back in the squad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's an ego thing. I think it's dead. Yeah. You should do what's best for the team.
100%.
Anyway, lads, we'll be back next week. As always, please like, subscribe and share. Subscribe specifically so you know when the new bits are coming out. And as I said, it helps with the channel and helps us grow. Any comments, any feedback, please make sure you leave those wherever you come across us on Instagram or YouTube. Isaac will reply promptly. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.